Hey guys, so I'm going to show you how I make my homemade chicken noodle soup. It's very easy, it's delicious, and there are no additives, preservatives, sodium, well, over the top sodium anyway. It's so easy and so good. It's way better than any canned chicken noodle soup you've ever had. So this is what I use. Okay, a pack of boneless, skinless chicken breasts, carrots, celery, chicken broth, and I use Lawrys seasoned salt, garlic salt, and pepper. You can use other seasonings if you would like to, but that's just basically what I use. And the other thing you need are noodles. I'm going to use these egg noodles because I have this bag left over and I don't want them to go bad, but I normally use orzo or these little, see the little teeny round ones? I'm not sure what they're called, but that's what I normally use in it. The orzo noodles, or these little round ones, I think they're ditalini or something. They're perfect for this, but I'm going to go ahead and use the egg noodles on this one. So basically what I do is take the chicken breasts just like they are. You can do them, you can put them in frozen or thawed out. These are partially thawed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a pot of water and I'm going to boil them until they're done. So while my chicken breasts are boiling, I'm going to cut up my baby carrots and my celery. To mention one thing extra that you need is onion. I use a little bit of white onion for flavor, so you can use as little or as much as you want of all three of these. A little tip when you're boiling with or without a lid, use a wooden spoon and put it up on the side, and then your water won't boil over. Something about the wooden spoon helps it from not boiling over. That's pretty much the only thing I use that spoon for, but even if you're cooking without a lid, use the spoon. I'm keeping the lid on because I don't want all the water to evaporate, because I'm going to use that water as my chicken stock, but I'm just going to drain out all the fat and stuff. I'll show you. Okay, so the chicken boiled about 30 minutes. So what I did was I took them out. I cut one of them in half, the biggest one, to make sure it was done, and it is. So now what I'm going to do with the rest of this water is I'm going to take it and pour it through here. This is, don't make fun of me, but this is the biggest one I have. It's a strainer. So what's going to happen is it's going to catch all this gunk so that I can use the water as broth. And since it's just a little bit, I'm going to add more chicken broth to it. Okay, so as you can see, this is the gunk that it caught, and the chicken broth left over is pretty clear, so I'm going to wash this pan up. You don't have to do that step if you don't want to. You can just skim it right off the top, because normally all the crap and fat stuff floats on the top, so you can just skim it off with a spoon or whatever. But if you want to, if not, you can do what I did, clean it, and then pour the chicken broth back in the pan, and that's hot. And then shred the chicken, add a little bit more chicken stock, add in all your veggies, your seasonings, and let it simmer. Okay, so now I got the chicken shredded. I just put some Lawrys and some pepper on it, even though I'm going to add more to the water. So now I'm going to add the shredded chicken, all of this veggies into the stock of chicken, back into the pot, and then I'm going to put some chicken broth in there as well. Look at that. She loves the smell of chicken. Okay. All of the veggies. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm going to add some more stock because when you add the noodles at the end, you're just adding them straight into this pot, so you're going to need enough water to cook the noodles in. Plus it's soup, so it needs to be soupy. And I always save a little for the next day, because when you're warming it up, the noodles and the meat and everything tend to suck up a lot of the juice, so you'll need some more for the next day when you're warming it up. So I'm gonna put this back on. And now I'm just gonna put it on simmer. Actually, that's a little higher than simmer, but get it going and then I'll simmer it down. Lawrys, pepper, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic salt in there as well. Actually, I'm going to up this a little bit to bring it to a little bit of a boil, and then I'll simmer it down and cover it. And then I'll just leave it probably for an hour or so, and then about 10-15 minutes before I'm ready to eat, I'll throw the noodles in, and I'll show you then. So here's the soup. I let everything simmer for probably about hour and a half. And I just added in the egg noodles, and they've been in there for about 7 minutes, so they're pretty much done. I mean, they're just gonna, whatever it says on the bag of the noodles that you cook, decide to put in here is how long it takes before it's completely done. So this is the homemade chicken noodle soup, and it's all completed. It's very easy. The most time-consuming portion of this is the boiling of the chicken breasts. If you don't want to do that, you can just use already cooked chicken, rotisserie chicken, or however you want to do your chicken breasts with like 2 big things of chicken stock. You're just going to need enough chicken stock to make the soup, and make sure there's enough soup in there, enough chicken stock in there, so that when you add the noodles in, you still have like a soupy mixture. Like this should be even more soupier, but this is fine with me. I like a hearty soup. So yeah, if you want to do that, and if you did chicken that was already done with rotisserie chicken and you added everything in here and you just let it all simmer together except for your noodles for a good hour or so, you'll still have an excellent, healthy chicken noodle soup, but way easier, way less time consuming, because really all the time is spent doing the chicken, and that's kind of the messy part. So other than that, I hope you guys try it. If you do, let me know down below if you liked it, but I promise you will. So thanks for watching. This is excellent, topped with mozzarella cheese. Say bye. Junior, say bye. Good boy.